Reading is essential for those who seek to rise above the ordinary. And a book is a device that ignites imagination. And to be a good English speaker, you need to have very good imagination. If you can imagine scenarios, situations in your head, then you'll be able to speak fluently with people, have smooth conversations. So, today in this session, also, we are going to use this tool, reading. We are going to talk about how you can turn passive reading into active one. Now, those of you who still feel that technology only can make them fluent, that YouTube videos, audiobooks, listening to podcasts, AI, ChatGPT, everything is going to make them fluent, then this video is not for you. If you still believe that books are the most powerful tools, these books can do wonders which no technology, no AI can do, then stick with me for this session because it's going to be very beneficial for all of you. Let's begin today's session. Welcome to Skillfident English Academy, and I am your mentor Namita. Here I provide you with free sessions which are truly valuable. These are the kind of sessions which are hard to find in these days, in the era of technology, where we still talk about real skills, the real skills which were there a few years back, and people used to get lost into books, and this would ultimately make their imagination grow in a profound manner. So, today, this is something which we are going to do if you are really interested in learning English on your own, and if you genuinely want to be a fluent English speaker, then stay with me. We will explore reading and we will try to use reading and these books as a wonderful tool to help our tongue train itself to speak in English. All right. Now, the thing is that reading can actually make you fluent. Before the era of technology, before this whole AI thing and everything came into picture, people would actually read real books. It was not about audiobooks. It was not about just listening to other people speak, watching a lot of YouTube videos. Books were the only tools, they were the only gadgets which people had. Now, there is a fun kind of reading. A reading where you just read for leisure, you read for enjoyment, just read because you want to have a good time. You pick up a storybook, you pick up a novel, a love story, a recipe book, anything just because you want to entertain yourself. So that's one kind of reading where we are just reading for the sake of reading. We want to have a good time. And it was a time when there were no mobile phones. People could not really have an account on Instagram. There were not other gadgets also. Laptop was not there. Maybe the times when even televisions were not so common. So people had this one source of entertainment, which were books, and they would go to libraries and find books. So if you listen to the English of those people who were born in 50s, 60s, 70s, these people speak real good English without slangs, without, cutting the words short. You can understand them, a very polished English, and that came from the books only. Now, if you also want to have quality English, if you also don't want to have just something sitting on your tongue like a language, then you must use books. So, fun reading is something which you can definitely do, everybody does. But if you really want to use your reading activity to improve your English skill, then we would not pay a lot of attention to fun reading. We would get into more of intentional reading. Intentional reading where we want to learn. We want to learn to speak. So today we are talking about intentional reading. So here we are converting our passive reading into active, because passive reading is something you're reading a story, you're reading the text, and you're just, reading it for the, again, as I told you, for entertainment. But intentional reading is where we are going to learn something. We want to learn the language. So first of all, it should not be a stressful session. The moment I say that you have to read, you should not start taking stress that, oh my God, now I have to read, ma'am, reading is so stressful. It should not be stressful. It can be very easy, it can be very smooth. Now, don't take books as something very heavy. It is not a burden. What we are trying to do here is that we are trying to engage ourselves with English in a very detailed manner, you know, so that we can connect ourselves with vocabulary, we can relate better with phrases, we can understand grammar, the verbs and articles, how they are used, the tenses and everything. We can just pay attention to sentences, their construction, how everything is done. So we will not take burden. We are not going to be under stress. We are not going to be anxious. Oh my God, we have to read. Let's take it easy. And for that, you have to choose easy books, something which interests you. We do recommend books here, many people do, but no book is for everybody. You have to choose your own books. You have to choose books which just excite your imagination, books which you're truly interested in. You have to choose the area, first of all, where you are interested. If you are interested in sports, you'll find numerous books which are about sports. There are magazines which bring sports sections. Interested in cooking, recipes, there are books. You want to read about success of other people, there are biographies, people, the stories of successful people are out there. You are simply interested in love stories, you're a romantic person at heart, there are love stories, so many novels over there. You are somebody who wants to walk on the path of self improvement, so you'll find a lot of self help books. There are books of all the categories. There are short stories, there are long stories, there are dramas, everything. You have to find a book for yourself, and something which is easy, which is not very difficult for you, is the right book for you. Now, if you are reading it for the intention to learn something, we will skip the part of looking for the meanings. Everybody will tell you that look for the meanings of the words, or just keep a dictionary by your side, use your phone, look for the meanings. I would say that just because we're working on not making it stressful, I'm saying that don't look for the meanings also. Don't look for the meanings of difficult words. Do one thing, try to look at that sentence and make sense out of the context. How is it written? You're very smart. You have been studying English all through your school. Your teachers made you read passages, paragraphs, isn't it? You were reading something in your school also, especially the English teachers. What they do, they make the students stand roll number wise, or according to the sitting plan. They'll make them stand, read this one paragraph, the other one would read other. You've been reading, but they never told you how to read rightly. So reading, if you're doing it, you will know the meaning of the word, or at least you'll get closer to the sense of that word into that sentence. So don't look for the meaning, it will not be difficult for you. You just look for the context, highlight that word if you want to, and try to make notes later. Suppose you've read one chapter, uh, then just make notes. The main points, what have you gained? Because we are reading intentionally. So make points, make notes. What were the things that you're getting? It is very good when you do it with a self-help book. It's great to make notes and keep a notebook by your side. You can still write those words, and later on you can look for meanings. But while reading, I would say skip looking for the meanings and just read. Just read and try to make sense of that word in context, and you will realize by the end of your reading session you've not missed out on anything. It's not like that you've not gained anything out of it. So first thing, we are going to read and we are not going to look for the meanings. The second thing, we're going to highlight those words and make notes. Make sure that there are notes in a notebook. What have you read? Just the pointers, sentences, some nice quotations, anything, but make notes. Moving on to the third thing, before you are starting a new chapter, you've finished one, you've made notes of that. Before starting a new chapter, think in your mind that what do you think this chapter is going to be about? Maybe there is a title, a headline, or since you finished the previous chapter, you know that what following content would be like. So try to guess it in your mind and try to speak about it. And then match whether what you had thought and what actually is written are the same. That can be a very fun activity for all of you. So do that. It will be very helpful. So, before starting a new chapter, think about what will be there. Think about the content in your head because we are working on imagination. If you have a strong imagination, you have strong speaking skills. That's a direct relation between your imagination, your skills, your speaking, your behaving in life. Everything is dependent on your imagination. If you're an imaginative person, you can do anything. So, we are working on our imagination while reading intentionally. Moving on to the fourth point. Now, the biggest problem that most learners face is that they don't have good grammar skills. They feel that they don't use nice grammar patterns. They forget tenses. They forget articles. They forget where to use verb, the subject verb agreement. They don't remember anything. And I never tell you to get in details of those things. What you have to do, you just pay attention to basic grammar. How is it written? Have they used ing or they've used past tense? And just like that, look at the construction of the sentence, where the subject was placed, how things are, can is used or could is used, how, just that. With frequent reading, it becomes so effortless that you automatically start using grammar very smoothly. This is the magic of reading. So just pay attention. And wherever you find a beautiful sentence, a sentence which is constructed beautifully, which can represent a quote, if it is not exactly a quote, write those lines in the same notebook in which you are making notes. So basically, what I'm trying to say is don't read without a notebook. You need to have a notebook all the time. So, what you're going to do, you're going to pay attention now to the grammar, to the sentences, the complex sentences, the simple sentences, the construction, everything, and then write the beautiful lines, the beautiful words, the beautiful phrases in a notebook. You need to have a record of all those things. Okay. Coming to the fifth point, which we have to very importantly do when we are reading intentionally. Read aloud. Read aloud. It will help you build rhythms. It will help you with your pronunciation. Those of you who face the problem of mother tongue influence or you face the problem of pronunciation that you cannot speak very well, you understand grammar, but pronunciation is a problem, make sure that you're reading aloud. Your tongue, your mind, your ears, and even your hands, they're all active. Your eyes are active because they are reading the passage. So all the senses should be active, and automatically your pronunciation, your expression will be correct. It will be good. You will love speaking. So read aloud. Now you can read short passages, you can read long stories, you can read, whatever you're interested in, but make sure that you're giving yourself a feedback. When you're reading something, you've read one full paragraph, suppose you've read 2 pages, give yourself a feedback. How did I read? Was it good? If you're not confident, then do it again. You can do one more thing, you can simply record your voice when you're reading. Read and record. You all have a phone in your hand, so just switch on the recorder and record your voice reading. If you feel that this time it was flawless, keep the recording, otherwise just delete it and read that one again. Choose something which you simply love. You have to fall in love with the passage, with the text, to do it intentionally. So read with all your heart and soul and just record it. Simply record it, and you'll feel that it is getting better. Every recording will keep getting better, but you have to do it. Shadowing practice is a great way to work on your speaking skills. Now, one thing is this, that you can read and record. Otherwise, you can listen to something also, where you know a passage is spoken, a story is spoken. You can speak it in your own way. I have created a playlist where I have shared a lot of short stories with you where you can read and speak along with me. I'll link the playlist here. You'll find it in the description box. There are numerous stories where you can read along with me. The stories from the books. You cannot find a storybook, then this playlist is going to be very helpful for you. Just read along with me, speak it, do your shadowing practice with this playlist. I've taken it from different books. There is text right in front of you and you can speak along with it. Audio is also there, so it won't be difficult for you to work on pronunciation. So choose short passage, long stories, your wish, but do the shadowing practice. So this is going to work on your imagination. This is going to work on your tongue and your eyes, your ears. The spellings will automatically get correct if you're in school and you still have to write exams. So it'll improve all the areas. Just have faith in reading. Okay, the last thing which we have to do when we are trying to convert passive reading into active reading and we are working on more intentional reading, what we are going to do, make sure that you never end any of your reading session without summarizing. Even if you've read for 10 minutes or if you've read for half an hour, make sure you summarize whatever you've read. Sit with yourself, just give a summary. Okay, so this is all which this book was about. Or you can simply explain it to your mom, your dad. Your dad has come back from office, just tell him this is what I read, the story, or self-help books, the techniques. Or you can explain it to your sibling, to your friend. You can teach your sibling. You know, just just give a summary to somebody else or to yourself. Never end any reading session without summarizing, and we're going to do it only till we have good speaking skills. You don't have to do it forever, but make sure you summarize. If you're a parent, you can do this for your children. You can summarize it to your children. Tell them that this is what I read, the good things, the good part. So this is what we are going to do. Now, all your focus has to be on ideas, on the content, on the quotations, on the grammar, on the sentence structures. Your focus should not be on your mistakes. It should be on the content. It should be on learning. If you keep focusing on mistakes, oh, this is how I was supposed to pronounce it, I pronounced it incorrectly, or I did not speak well, oh my God, forget paying attention to your mistakes. You're not going to pay any attention to mistakes. Your mistakes are the stepping stones. You can always rectify them. You can keep getting better. Right now, our focus is on the books, focuses on the words, vocabulary, sentences, phrases. We are just learning. It's an intentional thing we are doing. So we are not going to target ourselves that, oh God, we are making so many errors. No, no errors. Just learning. Just getting better is what our target is. So make sure that you have to just share it with other people, whatever you're reading. You have to make notes, have discussions with your friends about which books you're reading, because there would be other people who are using reading as a tool. So share books, share ideas, all of those. And you can share the ideas in the comment section also, so that all the learners who are joining this session for using reading as a tool can tell each other which books they are reading. So you have to just keep sharing ideas, keep sharing nice quotations. And for this session, I want all of you who have read something or just open a book right now, find a nice line, a quotation, a beautiful phrase, and type it in the comment and tell me the name of the book so that others can also read. And if you would like to learn better, you can join my sessions and the paid sessions, and you can learn better. But otherwise, I'll always tell you that reading can do wonders for you. If you still want to contact me, then my email ID is something which you can find in the description box. You can write to me and let me know your requirements, and I'll get back to you. And till then, I can only say that you keep practicing your English, keep reading more English books. English books are really wonderful. They are truly magical. If you've not explored this magic, explore it now. All right. So, my dear learners, take care of yourself. I'll see you very soon in another session. Bye bye for now.